Hi, this is Jim Feist in Las Vegas. 2 weeks ago on Vegas Sports Masters, I nailed my NFL blowout game of the year on the Steelers, 24-9. Last week, it was my AFC North total of the year as the Bengals and Ravens stayed under the total. This Sunday, I have my 2016 NFL Game of the Month. It's $250 on Vegas Sports Masters. But you can get it for $49 by calling 888-777-4155 and use the code words Game of the Year. I'm 14-6. That's 14-6-1 the last 21 years with this monster release. If you want to win big, you pick up the phone right now. 888-777-4155. This is a big winner, and you don't want to miss out. And stay tuned while I break down some of the Sunday card for you. Welcome back to VSM. Let's take a look at the Sunday card. Some interesting matchups here. We have the pretenders against the contenders. Now, even though the contenders are out of it, they're still playing for next year. They're playing for contracts. Coaches are trying to retain their jobs or look good to get another job. There will be a lot of changes in the NFL after the season. First game, Denver needs a victory. They need to stay in touch with Oakland and Kansas City in their division. That's a big issue. Jacksonville has been like a thorn in the side of a lot of teams. They don't win very often, but they do seem to come back in the fourth quarter and cover spreads. So dangerous spot. Denver is 4 on the road, and the total is 40. Kansas City, Atlanta is a big game. Atlanta is the best offense in the business right now. Matty Ice is playing great. Kansas City's coming off that big emotional game against Denver where they came back and then they win the game in overtime. I mean, it was an exceptional game to watch. Lots of mistakes, but still it was a great game. And that's a big game for Kansas City to bounce back from. They're traveling over to Atlanta. They're a 4-point dog. Atlanta is 4-49 at this moment. You got Houston at Green Bay. Green Bay's got to run the table. I feel they might be able to get away with one more loss, but they need to catch up and stay in touch with Detroit, and hopefully Detroit falls off the map. You know, that division is not very strong with the Bears being poor, and Minnesota with the injuries have really dropped off. They're going to be coming off that Thursday game against Dallas. Big game here for Green Bay to stay in touch. Houston is leading their division. However, they're not very good, and Osweiler has been a bust. $18 million a year. He's playing like an 18-cent quarterback instead of an $18 million quarterback. We'll see where that goes. Most of the games are a little bit out of contention at this point, but we go down the card. You look at this Baltimore-Miami game. Miami's been on a great streak. They're playing their injured offensive line. They got 3 offensive line guys hurt, and they barely got by San Francisco this week. They travel to the number 1 defensive team in the league right now, Baltimore, and the Ravens are at home, and they're a 3-point favorite over Miami. That's a big game. Ravens want to stay out in front. They don't want anyone behind them to catch. Of course, Cleveland's not going to catch them, and neither is Cincinnati, but Pittsburgh could. So they want to stay out front to win that division. And as far as any other games that are on the board that are still between contenders, you have to look at Buffalo and Oakland. Good game. Buffalo has a decent offense, but a much better defense than Oakland. Oakland has a superior offense, but their defense has been pathetic. They had to come back last week against Carolina after giving up 25 points and letting Carolina come back into that game and tie them. Derek Carr showed a lot of moxie coming back off the injury. Interesting game. You have a few other games, but we'll cover them at a later time.